Good morning, Summit County. I'm here in the studio with Mike from Mountain Tot. Mike, what is Mountain Tot?
So we provide baby and toddler rental equipment to families traveling to Summit County, and we rent everything from cribs to strollers to pack and plays to toys.
It's very cool. How did you guys get started?
So my wife and I have two young children, and we traveled a lot with them all over the world, normally to ski resorts, and we traveled a lot to British Columbia. And we always struggled with where our child was going to sleep, or how we were going to get around with them, or how we were going to feed them. And we found a service in British Columbia that provided this, and so that just became part of our. Every time we traveled, we always booked our baby equipment along with our lodging and our transportation and everything else you'd normally book for a trip. Just made it a lot more convenient.
You brought it then here to Summit County for everyone else to have that kind of experience as well, or to better their experience traveling.
Exactly. So we thought, we come up here skiing a lot, and we ended up moving up here, and thought a service like this would really benefit Summit County. So we decided to go ahead and start this service. And we started over the summertime, and have been doing really well.
I love the name too, Mountain Tot.
Yes.
Very creative. Your kids are obviously very lucky to travel the world, and now they live here. That's awesome. How does this work?
Okay, so we wanted to make it really simple for people. A lot of the services that we used in the past, you had to print out a form and fill it out and fax it in, and who has a fax anymore? So we created an online system. So you can go to our website, and you can go ahead and browse through all of the equipment, reserve it, and pay for it online. Of course, we also accept phone orders. About half of our orders are actually over the phone. I think parents like that to be able to talk to a person on the other end to make sure that they're going to have the stuff that they need.
And make sure that everything is actually really going to be taken care of, and
exactly.
Especially nowadays when you're always going through those recordings and it takes forever, and you're like, I just want to talk to somebody.
Right, exactly. And one of the things we try to do, we partner with almost all of the property management companies, the lodging companies, the hotels, and Summit County. So we're able to access that property prior to them arriving and have their equipment set up and ready to go. And then when they're ready to leave, they just leave their equipment in their room, and we come in and get it for them.
Awesome. Now, if somebody, say, didn't know about this service and then came here, could they, at that time, rent from there, or do they have to do it? How far in advance do they have to book, I guess I'm saying?
So most of our customers book about 1 or 2 weeks in advance, just to make sure we have the equipment available, and to make sure that we can meet their delivery times. But we do a lot of last-minute orders. So we totally get the fact that you may not know what you need until you get here. And that's okay. And normally we'll get a lot of referrals through the management companies or the lodging companies. So often we'll get a call around check-in time at 4 o'clock, and hey, I need a crib, I need a stroller.
That would be me.
That was us too.
Fly by the seat of your pants. Then.
Exactly, and we do our best to accommodate those orders. We can normally do same-day delivery.
Well, that's good to know. Have you guys had a lot of demand, especially coming with the season starting now?
We've had really, really strong demand. Thanksgiving was definitely our biggest week, but all of our customers are just giving us great feedback. They're just so thankful that a service like this exists. Most of them don't know that we exist until they start thinking about looking for things like that when they're coming out here, and they Google us, and that's where we get a lot of our referrals. Or they get to check in, and they say, oh, can we get a crib up to our room? And they're like, well, we don't have cribs, but we have this company that can provide them. So we've had really strong demand. The season has started off really, really well for us.
Okay, well, good for you guys. I mean, it's such an awesome idea for everybody in general. I mean, this makes everything easier. What are some of the items that you utilize, and what are the most popular ones?
So definitely our cribs, surprisingly. With babies, it's always a struggle of where they're going to sleep. The parents sometimes try to have them sleep with them, and then they don't get a good night's sleep. Or they make some sort of contraption on the bed with pillows and everything for them to sleep on, and they figure out that doesn't work very well. So cribs are a big one. Strollers. It's just hard. A lot of people bring the small umbrella strollers with them, but we get a lot of snow in Summit County, and it's kind of hard to push those umbrella strollers around. So we offer the jogging strollers with the big tires, and then toys. Almost every order, people order toys, just because if you've ever traveled with a small child, you realize you end up like pulling spatulas and everything out of the kitchen, and that's what you give them to play with. So we offer boxes of age-appropriate toys, whether it's an infant, boy or girl. So we have specialty toys for those age groups and gender.
Very interesting. And now what is the website so that we could find more information about it, or phone number, any way to contact you? How would we go about that?
So our website is www.mountaintot.com. You can also contact us via phone at 970-368-4447. And we're open 7 days a week, and we are open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So we can pretty much accommodate anybody leaving early or coming in late.
Very cool. Well, there you go. For those of you that are traveling, especially with children, check out mountaintot.com for making your traveling easier. Thank you for joining us, Mike, and we'll be out there hopefully utilizing your services.
Thank you so
much.
much.
We'll be right back, Summit County.